We are in Westfield, Indiana. We're going over to Centennial neighborhood. This is one of my personal favorite neighborhoods in Westfield. I remember the first time I noticed it, it was in the holiday season, and they have an awesome setup. We'll drive right up onto that area, but it's just a row of trees with the in-out paths, and they're all lit up every year for Christmas. It's all white lights. It's a really cool sight. We're traveling around Westfield. For anyone watching this from out of town, you'll see this all over Westfield. It's a very fast-growing area. This is a new site going in on the left, and as we get up here past the stop sign, you have another neighborhood called Serenade. It's going to be homes built by Estridge. Those homes range from probably low-end 600,000 to high-end 1.25, 1.3 million. This neighborhood just been built over the last 2 years, still probably about 50% done right now, so plenty of opportunity to get in there. This road that we're on here is ditch. The one just to the east is called Spring Mill. This all used to be farmland. This got built up over the last 5-10 years, so really cool area. Definitely growing fast, and definitely a nice area to live if you're coming from out of town or relocating within Indianapolis. One thing about Carmel and Westfield is it's full of roundabouts. It makes traffic flow so much better. I love roundabouts. Again, another neighborhood up here opposite of Centennial. This one is a Beezer neighborhood, still under construction, as you can see. It's probably 66% of the way done. So it's West Rail is the name of the neighborhood. It's a really nice neighborhood. Lots of options if you're coming in from out of town to Westfield area. There's a home that's the right size, right location, right setup for you. I promise you that. You just got to get together and look for it and figure out what you like. There's about 4 or 5 ponds in Centennial. I see people fishing as I drive by in the spring and summer. It's a nice area, just kind of serene to be able to either have your home on a pond or be able to walk to one easily. Here's one of the infamous roundabouts. I'm telling you, if you don't have roundabouts in your city, you're missing out, because it makes traffic so much better, and you rarely have to stop like you do at the stop signs. Just is a great thing. Far less accidents as well. So here we come up on the Centennial front entrance, and this is what I was talking about with the Christmas lights. So when you enter the neighborhood, it's split path, so you got one in, one out. You can see all these trees that are just budding here in the spring, and all of these trees are lit up with the white lights. It's absolutely beautiful. I love Centennial neighborhood just in regards to how they really took their time to architect the neighborhood and the setup, and it's just a beautiful neighborhood to be in. So there's tons of this green space right here in the center of the neighborhood. All usable space for kids to run around in, throw balls in, kick balls in, etc. A unique thing about Centennial is they do have their town center here, the Cornerstone Bible Church. Straight ahead, you got kids' playgrounds on either side. This is a big roundabout in its own right. And then right up here to the right, we're going to drive slowly past it. There's KinderCare, and my child actually went there for a year. We were waiting on a waiting list for a different daycare closer to our house, but this one worked out really well as an intermediate option, and that's a great feature to have. So we have the snow sledding hill, for lack of better terms. This hill is very popular when it snows in central Indiana, because kids love to come out and sled down it. So we had to get out and climb up this baby. It's so tall, I need to see how good exercise it is. Beyond that hill, there's tons of park here. Again, you'll have rolling hills. There are baseball fields and soccer fields out here in the middle, as well as jogging paths, bike riding paths, skating paths, all in this one central neighborhood in Centennial, as well as a pond, I believe, in the middle too. So this is such a great neighborhood. You can get so many things in this neighborhood without having to go very far. Kroger grocery store is just down the street. You're probably less than a 5-minute drive away from the main grocery store here in this neighborhood. And the other thing I want to focus on is you have a really nice brick house, all brick house, 3-car garage. These are some stately homes here on the main circle. One thing to point out is there are all different sizes of homes within this one neighborhood. We have homes that are kind of like the condominium style homes. We have homes that are in the duplex fashion, and then we have more, or I should say smaller homes in this neighborhood as well. So it really ranges. You get a whole large range of the type of house, how far apart the houses are. You know, there's times and states of life where you might need a smaller place. You don't want a lot of yard work. This is a great place to start. And then you can move and stay within the neighborhood, stay within the school system. Everything you love about the neighborhood, you can actually upsize and or downsize. If your kids are off to college and you want to go to something of less maintenance, you can stay literally in Centennial and accomplish your goals with real estate, all while staying in the same neighborhood. School systems are top-notch, usually rated 8, 9, 10s, right in line with Carmel. The Westfield school system has grown tremendously. They've redone their high school with new remodeling, expanding over the past few years, and they continue to do that. So while Carmel gets a lot of the praise in large national magazines, I think they made the top places to live by Forbes in the top 10, etc. The Westfield school systems are probably just as good if you really got down to the nitty-gritty, but definitely not far behind in the worst case scenario. So love the dogwood blooms here in spring. It's a beautiful time in central Indiana. This is like a picture of Midtown America. You got the American flag on the doors over here. You got the blooms. I mean, this is all we need is the white picket fences here. So beautiful area. Between the amenities, the location in Westfield, the proximity to restaurants and grocery store and shopping, I mean, you just really can't beat the Centennial location. We're going to be doing this series for a lot of these Westfield neighborhoods, so if you don't like this neighborhood, you don't like what you're seeing, we'll have more coming. So just go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel, and we're going to keep providing you upper north side central Indiana neighborhoods to look at. We're circling back up to the front of the neighborhood. You see a lot of these buildings here in the front are usable for the residents here, and there's just really nothing unaccounted for in this neighborhood. We got some more kind of patio condo style homes here in this corner. They seem to be on the exterior, the kind of 4 corners. They separate them from the main homes, kind of give them a quieter appeal, less busy. These are coming up for sale on a regular basis, but they go quickly because they fit a niche that has a high demand right now. And finally, we're coming back here to the corner of Centennial. This is where one of the main amenities are. You have 3 basketball courts over here to the left. You have what appears to be almost brand new playground equipment straight ahead. I mean, that looks like they may have replaced it recently. That's just in excellent condition. And then you have the pool house, which it's closed right now, but it's going to be open here shortly. May 31st is when we open the pools in Indiana, and you have tennis courts as well. So just a great area, and private, easy to access from the inside of Centennial. You can ride your bikes, jog, walk, etc. And send your kids, assuming they're old enough to come by themselves, to the pool and have a great time. There's usually lifeguards on duty at most of these HOAs. HOA pays for a lifeguard during the summer from certain hours, so you can feel good about that. And then of course at some age they can come on their own without supervision. You got ponds on both sides. This is a really great area. You got the pond down there, that looks like a great fishing pond, and then you got the one that's more of a aesthetic, but I'm sure there's fish in that one as well. People like to go fishing here in central Indiana. Here's another thing, just a general neighborhood type thing. If you see in a neighborhood, and this neighborhood is a few years old, it's not brand new construction by any means, but you look around, and we'll look back here and we'll look right here, you have these concrete squares that are new. You can see that. That is huge because you never know really how the HOA is going to be when you're first in it, when you're buying or selling a home, unless we can, you know, ask some neighbors if we see them out walking or something. But when you see this, it means they're maintaining the neighborhood. So you see that things are being replaced, refreshed. That's a huge sign, something little that most buyers don't pay attention to understand how your HOA is going to be, and if they're using their money effectively or if they're just somehow getting rid of it all and you don't know where it goes. So here you can physically see where it's being put to, and the neighborhood just well maintained overall. Here's something else unique about Indiana. So I told you earlier in the video that this was all built up from farmland, etc. over the years. Well, now behind me you can see is a physical barn. It was probably used for raising animals, horses, etc. Maybe a hay barn, who knows, but it's just really cool that you can be kind of in a city subdivision type area in Indiana and still see barns. As we come back through, I want to look at the gazebo. This awesome gazebo that we passed on the way into this area, and it would be great to use for like family birthday parties, gatherings. You just take some chairs and stuff up there and enjoy the day. Very sizable. Could do a lot of stuff with that. Just so many things to do in this neighborhood. It feels like you can never have to leave. We are finishing up here in the neighborhood of Centennial in Westfield, Indiana. I appreciate you watching the video. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment section below. Again, if you like this content, like and subscribe. We're going to keep putting it out there for you. Our goal is to show you all the neighborhoods of the Westfield Carmel region, Northside, Fisher, Zionsville. We'll expand out there. And we're really excited to have you join us here in Indy. So if you're thinking of a move, give us a call.